Happy Sunday, folks. I hope you're having a great weekend so far. We have a lot of catalysts that are out there, in when you look at what is going to push AMC forward. We have some that we knew so far, and part of those are, Evergrande. Evergrande for what, 6-8 months now has been constantly fighting for its survival, and at some point, things seemed like it was finally better because they always managed to find a way to pay people that lend them money, the bondholders, et cetera, both in the debt in USD and the debt was local currency. But we had some news that popped yesterday, and we have a confirmation that things might be really close to an end for this huge builder. And we know that with Evergrande, there is a huge direct correlation with AMC price when it comes to, the shorts finally getting squeezed, because some of these people, some of the companies, whether they're banks, whether they're, those are short selling AMC stock, whether there are those being liquidity providers for the companies shorting AMC, or at some point have been holding this Evergrande bond. All right. So please pay attention to that because it's going to be really important. So let's dive into the detail of these catalysts I'm talking about. So Evergrande bondholder just said, I will never see my money again. I will never see my money again. Meaning, well, whatever this company was trying to find as a creative way to pay back the money from the lenders, they're kind of running out of options, So we have this. Dr. Marco Meltzer, a respected German financial analyst and outspoken critic of the handling of Evergrande's debt crisis, says he received a letter from Citi earlier this week, all but confirming the company is broke. Citigroup serves as the paying agent. So these are the guys that are receiving money from the company in order to pay interest for those who lended the money through the bond from Evergrande. And Citi is saying that as a paying agent of a number of Evergrande offshore bonds, paying agents are intermediaries which accept payments from bond issuers and distribute the funds money to bondholders. Just this week, I received a letter, official letter. This is the most important part, folks. Official letter from the agent Citibank that Evergrande has defaulted on our bond and I will never see my money again. As you know, I had bonds that he bought last year in November, and unfortunately, people were thinking, well, they repeatedly reported that Evergrande was doing well. This is the media, but unfortunately, it appears that this media coverage is taking its course. So Dr. Meltzer, he's also tweeted this. We did it, guys. Evergrande is now finally in default, according to the paying agent Citibank, with a screenshot of the letter he received from Citibank. So how does this tie to the short squeeze here in AMC stock? Well, folks, if Evergrande is dead, all right? And by that, I mean they are in no position at all to make any forms of payment, which have been pretty much the case. They've been on edge for the last 6 to 8 months. At some point, when you are a company struggling, especially with this current, tight and tough economic environment, man, things are difficult. So it was just a matter of time, I guess. But now that we have your paying agent, the person, the company in the middle, seeing whatever it's happening from people that are supposed to receive money and pay money when it comes to these company bonds, if they're saying that things are officially dead, it means whoever is holding the bond is dead. It means whoever was expecting money from that bond as a company is also dead. It means whoever might be using this bond, who is now dead, as a collateral in order to continue to sustain such a short positions as in AMC stock, because these companies, when your stocks are dropping, all right, and you're facing margin calls, you can use the collateral if you don't have cash to infuse, all right? And some of these big banks, some of these big companies out there were using Chinese bonds as collateral, and a bunch of those are Evergrande. So if Evergrande is now dead, it means that collateral is now close to zero. We knew this, but now the fact that it's currently official and it's officially defaulting, well, it means that it's going to be a lot more tough and even impossible for all of those banks that was liquidity providers for the hedges, or some of these hedges that were shorting AMC stock. So on top of that, and given the fact that some of those funds are already losing more than half 50%, I mean 50% of the valuations on, the market conditions, how do you expect them? How do you expect them to not get the trigger in covering our short positions? So it's only a matter of time also for them in this current stock to do the exact same thing. All right. So another catalyst to wait for, and we'll be, monitoring this thing closely. But yeah, things are kind of doomed for them, which is good for us. And that's the point, folks. Another catalyst for us.